The goal. When we started the fellowship in 2018, the goal was to try to foster research about Kleros in a number of different aspects, and since that moment, we held 2 batches every year, and well, lots of different research topics were arising back then. So, and this for the team is really important to, well, first, of course, develop new use cases, and this time we were very interested in fostering, bankruptcy, content moderation, well, and the things that we are currently working from the part of the team, and also to improve the mechanism design that is in Kleros, and also to, understand better what are the interfaces between Kleros' very unusual way of dispute resolution and traditional legal systems, right? So the goal for today is just to have a round of introductions from you, so you can meet each other, so you can understand what others are like researching, and we also foster collaboration between all of the researchers and the participants, and then we will just give you some logistical guidelines of how the fellowship is going to work. This is going to be a bit different from the previous cohorts, because we are going to be from the team more like hands-on on your work. Previous cohorts were more like self-guided, of course, with all of the support of the team when needed, but now we also will have some monthly meetings in order to follow how your work is going. So well, without further ado, let's start. With the introductions. I will just ask you to go in the, as I see you on my screen, that's how I will ask you to do the introduction. Just tell us who you are, what you are going to research, and like tops 1 minute. So let's start with Roberto Peña, please.
Hello, Federico, and hello to everybody. Thank you for the opportunities for being here. As Federico said, my name is Roberto Peña, and I'm currently living in Mexico, based in Mexico, and I'm a student of law and computer science. And my research has to do with decentralized autonomous organizations, and what are the, just going into, it's a deep dive into decentralized autonomous organizations, which might be a new concept for many, and about what are the characteristics that sets them up for success or failure, what are the main what are those like main points that need to be, what are they good at, what are they bad at, what do they need help, and hopefully that will help us understand what DAOs do good, what DAOs are bad at, and also like going into investment, that's a pretty good thing to know. What are those main sort of characteristics that will define a successful DAO from a otherwise non-successful DAO? So that's pretty much what I'm researching, and also feel free to send me a message, or I'm available for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Roberto. Let's go to Paul Poenike. Hopefully I pronounced that right.
It's close enough. My name's Paul Pennicky. I'm based in Buffalo, New York, United States. I'm a philosopher by training, and the research that I'm going to be undertaking is associated with one of the biggest results from experimental philosophy, which is called the side effect effect. Oddly enough, and this replicates over a number of different sort of predications, whether it be ethical predications, epistemic predications. When you tell people about an individual who creates a side effect, oddly enough, individuals tend to consider that person more having done that action more intentionally, with greater knowledge, etc. So there's obvious significance for the legal realm as to whether or not we're actually accurately providing justice for individuals who may have created a side effect, but that's something that is unintentional at best. Oddly enough, this has never actually been tested in legal systems within traditional law-based systems, judges actually fall for this particular sort of bias as much as normal people are. And my interest is in trying to first gauge how well Kleros juries actually fall for this sort of bias, and then possible remedies for it.
Thank you, Paul. Let's go to Alexis Ceballos now.
Hi to everybody. I'm Alexis Ceballos. I'm from Córdoba, Argentina. I'm a blockchain and trading professor, an advanced law student at the National University of Córdoba. During my time in the fellowship, I will investigate the problem of access to justice in metaverse based on case analysis, and will reflect on solutions that Kleros can provide to these problems, as well as solutions that allow anticipating such problems. And I'm sorry, my English is so amateur.
Don't worry, your English
No,
is perfect.
that's fine.
It's perfectly okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Alexis. Let's go to Swarupa now.
Hi, good morning for me, but I'm not sure what's the time zone everyone's out of. I'm an Indian lawyer, but I'm based out of the US. So for this particular research area, I would be concentrating on construction industry, the claims that come under the construction industry, how we can use Kleros technology, particularly for the construction industry and particularly delay claims. That will be my area of research during my fellowship here.
Thank you, Swarupa. Let's go to Santiago Rios Maderna.
Hi guys, I'm Santiago Rios Maderna. I'm an attorney from Argentina, like Alexis. So it's nice to see we have some fellow Argentinians here. During my time in the fellowship, I'm going to be investigating about policy making in decentralized insurance. Specifically, my idea is to create a set of good practices in policy making, as I think the policy is the base of the contractual relationship between the parties in the insurance contract. So the idea is to create a standard, so when Kleros jurors have to resolve a claim, they have a sort of guidance in order to prevent controversial decisions based on previous cases that actually didn't have this type of guidance and were pretty controversial. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be investigating about. I actually have pretty good experience working for insurance companies, so I expect to use that and in order to finish my research.
Thank you, Santiago. And let's go now to Ines Braganza Gaspar.
Hello, everyone. My name is Inês. I'm a lawyer from Portugal, and I'm really interested in both DeFi and decentralized justice. So on my time on the fellowship, I will try to research about how Kleros can help solve disputes on the tokenization of real-world assets. I'm also an ambassador for a DeFi startup that does just that. So I'm trying to join both my professional experience, my side job experience, and this Kleros research. I will also teach some classes on blockchain next year on many different topics. And I would love to use some of your research to present to my future students, and also maybe invite someone to give a talk, because it's an online program. So feel free to contact me on LinkedIn or whatever. Thank you.
Thank you, Ines. Let's go now to Viswanath.
Hi, I'm Vishwanath. So I'm based in Gujarat, India. So the broad topic that I have chosen for my fellowship is how Kleros can be used to address bankruptcy disputes in case Kleros can be used to address bankruptcy disputes in case of DAOs. So during my preliminary research, I sort of tried to narrow down what topics I could explore, and some of these that on the basis of a few major major financial issues that arose in cases of certain DAOs that I saw. Example being the Slockit DAO or the Badger DAO, and on the basis of those, the issues that I was able to sort of narrow down were firstly a possibility of using Kleros as an immediate response plan, because something that I noticed in almost all these cases was that there was a significant delay in the response that whatever the community took after the whatever the hack or whatever sort of incident happened, and as a result, this led to significant loss because people were simply unable to come to reach a particular consensus within a fast enough point of time. And secondly, I'm also trying to look another important issue that I saw was that in certain cases was that DAOs often make use of, they often need some sort of interface which is based in the web, that is some sort of website or something which would allow the users to access and transfer funds, etc. And what we see is that often hackers use this as a very sort of crucial bottleneck, because often security at this point may be lacking. And what we see is that in a lot of hacks, the hackers do not even need to breach the smart contract or at all, and they could maybe use some sort of social engineering or some sort of malicious API, etc. to switch the addresses or do some sort of activity over here. So this I think this has a scope to create a lot of very complicated set of disputes, because you can have very strong arguments from various sides, and it would be very interesting to see how Kleros could possibly be used to address these issues. Because I mean, I don't think courts, at least as things stand, are best equipped to even understand or appreciate the kind of complexity that such disputes could bring about. So this is what I seek to explore through the program, and I'm eager to work with all of you here.
Thank you, Vishwanath. And so in this cohort, this is the first time we accepted teams as participants. We're experimenting with new models. So let's go now to the Davis brothers.
Good morning. I'm Ben, and this is my brother Chad. I'm a JD and Master's in Dispute Resolution student at Pepperdine. I'm graduating in December, and my brother is a PhD in Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence at UC Riverside. And we both live in San Diego, and we are going to be doing a very special thing with Kleros, where we're going to be applying what I did with my published paper and look at the evidence that's provided to Kleros and look with AI at how that might be analyzed, what type of issues that might pop up with it, if there is any kind of bias that shows up, if there's some way that we could use AI to find or to correct it, where it could give options to whoever submits it to make it less inflammatory. If they say something completely bizarre, AI might say, well, let's tone it down. Why don't you try this? And it'll also look for a way to make it a bit more of a balanced and fair dispute between the parties if there is some sort of bias found. And how do we go about doing that? How do we get the data? How do we do all these other things with AI that we plan on doing, which my brother has worked on significantly at UCR? We don't really know. We're gonna try out a bunch of different things and see what sticks. It's mainly trial and error. So that's what we'll do for now.
Thank you. And let's go now to Akriti.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Akriti. I'm a fourth-year undergraduate law student from India. And so very similar to Vishwanath, I think I'm also working along the lines of DAO insolvency, DAO bankruptcies, and how Kleros can serve as, as a means to facilitate, the resolution of these bankruptcies. And I'm really excited to be, be among such talented people, and I'm really excited to begin working. And yeah, I think that's about it for me.
Thank you, Akriti. Let's go to Tatir now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tatir. I'm a PhD candidate from India, and I simultaneously teach. In fact, if I'm not wrong, I suspect I've taught Vishwanath before, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice to see you here, Vishwanath.
Yes,
and I'll be looking into the RegTech implications of the Kleros curated token registry. And how it can be aligned with the incumbent regulatory frameworks, basically. And I'm glad to be a part of this extremely talented cohort.
Thank you, Tathir. Let's go to Gagan now.
Hello, all guys. I'm Gagan, and I'm a lawyer and an LLM candidate specializing in corporate and financial law from Ginger Global Law School. And the research that I'm going to undertake is how basically ask the question of how to integrate Kleros as a staple dispute resolution layer in freelance contracts. And along with this, as a complementary to the same research, I would be creating onboarding guides to specialized freelance careers so that they can adopt Kleros as their dispute resolution model, and generate a few soft law standards for the jurors to adjudicate. And I'm extremely privileged to be grateful to be a part of this cohort of these talented people, and I look forward to working with you all. So please feel free to reach out to me if you feel that there is some cross research and some common ground we can find so that we can work together. And I look forward to work with you all.
Thank you, Gagan. Let's go now to Abhishek.
Hi, my name is Abhishek. I studied law, and prior to my current job, I founded a startup that was doing blockchain-driven remote online notarization. I currently work at a fintech company, and essentially what I work on is building machine learning models for credit risk management. What I'll be doing at Kleros is I'm going to be working on the content moderation track, and more specifically, I'm going to be working on the system design of a decentralized content moderation system. And further, I'll be extending that research into looking into how we could take a decentralized content moderation system and connect it to an identity protocol, which would then enable us to do cross-platform monitoring of individuals, say like, blacklist people who have repeated instances of bad behavior across different platforms. So yeah, I think that's essentially what I think I'm going to be researching at this point in time. It's been great meeting everyone. Hope we can speak and get to know each other outside of this call as well. And very privileged and happy to be part of the Kleros Fellowship. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek. Let's go to Deepjot now.
Hi, I'm Deep, and I'm currently a tutor at Durham University. Consequently, I'm also working on commercial arbitration. So although my work is a lot of legal theory, trying to establish proper legal theory for international commercial arbitration, Kleros kind of presents a very valid example of trying to see how the practical side of it goes, although it's mostly a consumer-based model. So what I'll be doing is basically trying to, in a way, establish kind of parallels with my research and see how really the quality of justice is at Kleros, because I'm consequently trying to establish a theory of justice in an international commercial arbitration. So that, and I also aim to look at smart contracts and look at how those smart contracts try to establish equality between parties. Because if there is equality per se, there should be fairness within the dispute resolution system, not worrying about what the individual power of every individual party is. So that's what I aim to look at. And there's a lot of parallels to be drawn with the proposals that have been put forward today. So I look forward to working with this college and hope to see you soon again. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepjot. And last but not least, let's go to Clara Lynn.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
So this is Clara.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm a Chinese lawyer.
Yeah.
My research topic is the feasible analyzation of Kleros China.
It's a bit, I mean, we can't hear you very well. I mean, there's something wrong with your audio. Maybe, yeah, see if you can, otherwise you can write it here, you like Jackie, I mean, she didn't have good audio.
Is it better?
Yeah, now it's good. Now it's good. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Clara. I'm a Chinese lawyer currently based in Rotterdam. And my research topic is how the feasible Kleros to be implemented in China according to the Chinese regulatory situation and also the Chinese market situation. I'm very glad to meet all of you here and looking forward to the future journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Clara. And so let me also give the chance to the staff of the fellowship to introduce themselves. So you already know us from, well, I mean, the interviews. But so, yeah, let's make a short intro for each of us. Jamila, please, you can start.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to see you all, and I'm very, very much excited. So my name is Jamila, as Federico said. I am PhD candidate at Paris University, and I work as a researcher in Kleros. And I'm very much excited to be part of that and meet so many talented people. And I'm gonna head into a beer.
Hey everyone, welcome to the fellowship. Hope you are well. My name is Abir Sharma. I am a lawyer and currently pursuing a PhD in the University of Hong Kong. And I was part of the initial cohort of the Kleros Fellowship way back in, I guess, 2019. And it's good to see that, it's going strong forward. And we joke about how okay, there was someone. Anyway, we joke about how the quality of the cohort right now is quite high, depending on the people that we've sort of interviewed and the proposals we've read. So I'm thankful you guys applied right now and not while I was around. Otherwise, I would have probably never made it. But I hope that, you have a good experience here. And obviously, you shouldn't view the fellowship as something that, is a one-off sort of occasion. We very much have what's known as the Kleros community, I mean, sure, there's the DAO and on, but we generally have a sort of a stronger social network beyond just, sort of talking about decentralized justice or, basically having fights on Telegram channels. There's a larger, broader community here that you are now a part of. And just like me, I finished my fellowship paper, I stuck around, and for the past few years, I have been, in a sense, part of the Kleros community in one form or another. And just recently, Federico decided I was so annoying anyway on the Telegram groups that he would just bring me onto the team and, let me share pictures of my food every day on the GM Slack channel, but that's a story of another time. But welcome, and I look forward to working with all of you over the next 6 months and possibly beyond that.
And Jan.
Yeah, sure. Hello. So my name is Jan. I'm from Paris and a PhD candidate in game theory, social theory, and law. So we could say like law and economics. I'm doing research at Kleros and at the Paris Center of Law and Economics. So I really appreciate all of your presentation and your proposal. So looking forward to exchange, on every idea that you have. So please don't hesitate also to reach us. We are at your disposal. And of course, you will hear about each month meeting with the team, to better help you to advance on your work. So thank you once again for your interest. And yeah, I mean, this year with the fellowship was quite incredible for Kleros. It's like a break point according to Federico, so it's quite impressive. And yeah, we felt that, a lot of very interesting and strong proposals were brought to us. So it's our honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. Well, I guess you know me. I'm Federico. I'm founder and president of the cooperative Kleros. Yeah, I mean, super happy to have you guys here. And yeah, I think the fellowship is one of the main assets that at Kleros we have as a community. I am super excited to see. I mean, it's becoming like larger and improving in every aspect. So yeah, welcome you all. And now I'm going to give the mic to, I think, Jamila to tell you a bit about the logistics of how this is going to work moving forward in the 6 months that you are going to participate in the program.
Thank you so much. So yeah, as it was mentioned before, we plan to have monthly calls, and it will be in a similar style that we do it now. So we would just bring all of the fellows where we could discuss the progress, and then you would be able to also ask questions and, you know, maybe discover some potential collaborations with other fellows. So the next meeting we plan to host on 25th of October. It will be Tuesday, 2 p.m. UTC. We will communicate that, and we create a Telegram group, and I'm going to send the link to the chat, and you are very welcome to join it. There we will try to communicate our announcement, and we will try to, you know, just spark conversations, and you're free to post whatever you feel like is relevant, and it is exclusive to Kleros team members and the fellows that were accepted in the 6th batch. So apart from monthly calls, we encourage people to join those calls, but we do understand that there are different things that may come up, and if you are unable to join the call, we would ask you to provide a short written piece of your progress so far. In our experience, that provides a bit more clarity, and maybe you know, during the 2nd month you encounter some questions, and we would be able to link it to one of our team members, and you know, we would just help you more. And apart from that, we are happy to announce that we will be giving out POAPs. So for this matter, we will ask you to send your addresses, and you can do that in the Telegram group chat, or if you are, if you prefer to do so in privately, you can message fellowship@kleros.io, the main email that has been used to communicate with you. So I think apart from that, we would expect you to finish the fellowship within 6 months. So as Federico has mentioned, we are quite flexible. So, and we do not expect you to do the fellowship full time. We understand that all of us, we have our own work, studies, and etc. So it's part-time engagement. But you know, when we were interviewing you all guys, we were saying that your clear objectives should be realistically reached within 6 months. That's something that is very important. And at the end of the fellowship, we would ask you to submit a written report. And I think just to get some idea how reports usually look like, you could check our blog page in Kleros.io website, so you would have some idea of the previous fellowship batches. And yes, in addition to that, you are encouraged to reach out to our team members. We will be able to, maybe, you know, if you have some specific issue or question, you'll be able to schedule some appointments with team members. If you, for instance, we have an amazing team of developers, and if you would have any particular question, you'll be able to discuss that with them. Apart from that, I think at the end of the fellowship, of course, we would have additional unique POAPs that would state that you are graduated from the fellowship. I love POAPs, and I think this is very nice and cute and just additional touch. In addition to that, we strongly encourage you to join Telegram groups, Kleros Telegram groups, Kleros Jurors chit chats, and yes, just to, you know, to have as many sources of information as you can in regards to Kleros. You can mute all of those channels and check whenever you want to. You don't have to check all the single messages, but there's a lot of, you'll see there's a lot of communication, a lot of people. Also, we do have our Slack channels, Discord groups, Twitter, of course. So you are free to join all of the different platforms whenever you feel more comfortable at communicating and receiving information. I think apart from that, that's the main things. And the invitation for the next meeting in October would be sent out as similarly to the invites that you've received for today. And I think that's all, unless my colleagues have something to add.
Yeah, just one more thing. At the end of the fellowship, and this is still a bit, in the early stages, but we will be having an end of term conference where, the fellows, the graduated fellows can present their findings or any of their other output, in a, let's say, a 15 to 20-minute presentation to the Kleros community. And we'll also be exploring, opportunities where you can get to present your work in other audiences, such as in certain conferences or events. We are working on that, and as details get sort of more fleshed out over the next few months, we will let you know. But we do intend on helping you disseminate your output as best as we can to the broader public.
Good. Well, I mean, welcome everyone to the Kleros family now, and you can count on all the team members to help you with your research. You just reach to us whatever you need. Data for your research. You need to speak with me. We can do a call with William, Clement, whoever you need to speak with. That we are all going to be open to help you with your research. And yeah, and I guess that's it for us. Happy to have you guys here, and please, do you have any questions that we could answer now? Do let us know. Okay. Well,
any
no
questions at all? It's fine. You can.
Everything was very
raise
clear.
your hand.
Well, we did our
We
job.
are
Okay,
recording
great.
this call though, and this recording will be shared in our channels. So that's just the disclaimer that we're giving out. Yeah, apart from that, it's just we're very happy, and thank you everyone who were able to make it to this call. We have more participants and fellows who weren't able to make to this call today, unfortunately, and hopefully 2 p.m. UTC. It's not like it's not 2 a.m. in the middle of the night for anyone. We were trying to find this time that would hopefully work more or less for everyone, and maybe we have people who joined just now. Maybe you will be able to just give an opportunity to introduce themselves. Ava, hello.
Oh, Ava, how are you?
Hi.
You there?
Yeah. Can you hear us? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm with Charles. We are on Lisbon time. We're visiting Lisbon for the week, and we completely forgot it was at 3 and not at 4 p.m. So apologies, very beginners.
Very
Mistake.
sorry for that. Or like,
no problem.
So sorry.
Tell us a bit about you. We did a round of introductions, so yeah, tell us a bit about you and your project, so everyone gets to know you.
Yeah, of course. So hi everyone. Sorry, I have a blurred. Yeah, my name is Ava, and I'm with Charles, and together with the co-founders of Concrete. And with Concrete, what we do is that we allow people to be exposed to real estate through our tokens. And essentially, we joined Kleros Fellowship because we'd like to kind of formalize and deep dive even more into tokenized real-world assets, and especially filling the gap between what happens off-chain with the assets and its translation on-chain so on our token holders, and essentially how we can fill the gap and best represent the interest of token holders.
Thank you, Ava. And well, I guess that's it. If nobody has any questions or anything,
We shared
can...
the Telegram chat, and Charles, to the chat. You should be able to see it, and just can you see the chat history?
No, actually, I can just see the last message from Ines, I think. Okay, right.
Yeah, so this is the Telegram chat where we plan to communicate. And yes, please feel free to send our addresses to fellowship.io, and we'll be able to redistribute co-ops later. So yeah, thank you so much for making it even at the end.
So sorry about this confusion. We're actually in Kleros' office in Lisbon.
Oh, great! I saw that blue that blue background. Yeah, I recognize that. Yeah, interesting. Good. Okay, so guys, welcome everyone to the fellowship. Happy to have you here, and reach to us wherever you need. We are here to help you. And well, see you next month in the first, progress meeting. Okay.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye, guys.
Thank you all. See you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.